Good morning and Assalamu alaikum students. How are you? Hope you all are fine. Students, today we will do reading of chapter A Strange Warning. So let's start reading. A great many years ago, there was a war between the Austrians and the Turks. One of the many fierce mean very extremely wars that were fought between the Christians and the followers of Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Turks attacked and advanced until they reached and surrounded the capital city of Vienna. At the time of the story, the gates of the city had been closed for weeks and the centuries. On the tops of the high walls were carefully watching every movement of the enemy. The people were in despair, hopelessness, as they could get no food from the country, and what little they had within the city could last only a few days more if they didn't surrender. Surrender means to give up. They would die of hunger, and if they did surrender, they would certainly be put to death by the Turks. It seemed as if nothing could save them from the dreadful, means horrible fate that was to come. Then a very strange thing happened. By good fortune, it turned out to be a warning which saved the city. One evening, a hard-working baker was in his bakery preparing some flour that had to be made into bread for the next day. Suddenly he heard a slight rattling. Rattling means knocking sound. Behind him. He turned quickly, means fastly, but the noise stopped. Curious to know. Curious means eager to know. He wanted to know what it was. The baker stood still and listened carefully. Again he heard the rattle. Again he listened the voice. He walked quietly over to a table on the other side of the bakehouse and discovered and found the cause of the noise. There on the floor in a corner below the table stood a toy drum which belonged to one of his little boys. On the head of the drum lay several marbles. The baker watched it very closely. Every few seconds, the head of the drum would shake. Shake mean tremble or vibrate, and the little marbles would dance and rattle upon it as if they were alive. He bent down and put his ear to the ground. Yes, he could now hear the cause of the shaking. It was a regular tapping noise, and he wondered, he amazed that it meant what it meant. Suddenly a thought flashed through his mind. The strange tapping sounds were caused by the blows of a pickaxe. Pickaxe is a large tool. In the earth below, the Turks were digging a tunnel under the walls into the city. Students, do reading of this chapter and also underline the difficult words and learn their spellings. Take care.